and foolish. You've heard that I'm wild and I'm free.
The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15, he's going to high step into the end zone, touchdown!
Here, wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's boys basketball game here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMP, and of course live with video at WCMPradio.com. Tonight's boys basketball game going to be between the Pine City Dragons and the Zimmerman Thunder. Of course, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. I'll be bringing you all the action from tonight's matchup. It's a non-conference, non-section matchup here, and the Zimmerman Thunder play in Class 3A in Section 5 of that class. Their section right now has two of their top teams that have yet to play a section game. Totino Grace and Fridley right now on top of their section, and either of those teams have yet to play a section game. Fridley is the number 2 team in that section at 10-4. Fridley, and then Totino Grace is the number 1 team at 13-3. They're the number 1 team in the state in Class 3A, scoring nearly 80 points per game and giving up only 63 points per game. So a pretty good team in Totino Grace. But Zimmerman, the second from the bottom. There are, as we count them, 8 teams in this section, and Zimmerman is the number 7 team, as they are 4-12 on the season, 1-4 in the section, scoring about 62 points per game, giving up about 72 points per game. So again, they are 7th in Section 5, 3A, as home to one of our local teams, Princeton, who having a down year this year. They were 1-14, 1-4 again in the section. But it's nice to have that your one win be in section play, even if you only have the one win. It's always nice to win in section play. But again, they as a team score about 67 points per game and give up about nearly 90 points per game. So Princeton a down year after the last 4 or 5 being just absolutely dominant, not just in their section, but also in the Mississippi 8 Conference. Speaking of the Mississippi 8 Conference, the Zimmerman Thunder are a part of that conference. And in conference play, they're 1-7. So 1-4 in section play, 1-7 in conference play. And looking at that conference, the Chisago Lakes Wildcats are on top at 7-1. Cambridge Isani also at the top. They're 7-1 as well. Chisago Lakes at 12-4, and Cambridge Isani at 11-5. So those are the top 2 teams on top of the Mississippi 8 Conference. They're the favorite right now that from what I'm talking to people about is Cambridge Isani. And Chisago Lakes, they do have a really good team this year. Of course, Patrick Rowe, one of the better players in the state, but he is one of their biggest key players for that Chisago Lakes area team. But from a lot of people that I'm talking to, it sounds like Cambridge Isani still is the favorite to go and win the conference. North Branch also part of that conference. They're having an up and down year, but recently it seems like they just kind of put it together. North Branch sitting at 9-8 and 4-4. In conference play, but Zimmerman one up from the bottom of Princeton at 1-7. And of course, I am now joined by Taylor Tollefson, who will join me once again for this game, but this time in Pine City, not the long trek it was on Tuesday night. And Taylor, first of all, thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, no problem. It's always so fun getting out here, getting the experience.
Should be a great game here between these two teams as the Zimmerman Thunder, that's how you say it, made the trek from their place over to Pine City. Always nice to host a 3A school, a bigger school, but Pine City gets to play a ton of 3A schools this year. Zimmerman Thunder are one of them, and as we're taking a look at the Thunder, looking at their conference. Some pretty well-known teams in there, but taking a look at the Thunder's schedule. Again, only 4 wins on the season. They started out with 2 losses in their home tournament against Hutchinson and Little Falls. They only fell to Little Falls by 4, so a close one. But their first win came over Malacca. They beat them by 15 points. Then they lost to Spectrum, but then they beat Hibbing by 3 more points. And then they would go on to lose 3 more before winning in a Christmas tournament up at Piers over Monaga 90-54. So they do have a 90 burger on the season before they would go on to lose 6 straight against Big Lake, Becker, North Branch, Chisago, Cambridge Isani, and Princeton. And sadly, those are all conference teams for the Zimmerman Thunder. So that was a tough 6-game stretch there, especially coming off a win like that. Taylor, how tough is that to come out of a tournament of any sort and then go on a losing streak like that? How tough is it to try and get back in the right mindset to try and get a win?
Yeah, definitely. It's really hard. You really have to forget about it. That it's so bad to hear that because you always want to look back at those games and try to fix them. But you really have to forget about it and help move your on. Mm-hmm. Help your team get better. Help your team fix the small mistakes that you might have gotten, like that might have done wrong, and just working really hard in practice and then fixing that mentality. Like, okay, so this one, we're going to try our hardest. It doesn't matter if we lose or win.
Yeah, absolutely. And they did come out of that 6-game losing streak to just most recently win on Thursday over a pretty darn good team, Monticello, who they beat 67-61 at their place. So coming back on a nice win. They have already played 2 games here this week, but Monticello 4-12 on the year as well. But I was talking with a couple of coaches, and they're a much better team than what their record does show. They are a very physical, very fun team, but they did most recently lose to Zimmerman. So Zimmerman coming in off of a win here this week. Of course, they did fall to Princeton at the beginning of the week, Tuesday, 74-64, but then, of course, as we mentioned, they beat Monticello 67-61 just yesterday. So coming into this game with a little bit of momentum as they play against the Pine City Dragons, who are in the Section 6AA, a 16-team section, and they're towards the bottom. They're ranked 15th right now at 2-13, 0-2 in the section. They score about 56 points per game and give up about 77. Their defense points per game is last in Section 6AA. Their offense is not quite last. It's about third from the last, but this team does have the ability to go out and score. We've seen it against Rush City, against Hinckley-Finlayson. This Pine City team still has that ability to get out and score. They lost their first 6 games on the season, or 7 games on the season, to North Branch, Hinckley-Finlayson, East Central, Chisago Lakes, Ogilvie, Foley, and Moose Lake Willow River. Now, to kind of give you an idea, all of those teams are having pretty darn good seasons. They're all, as of right now, in a spot for a home playoff game when the playoffs do begin here, end of February, beginning of March. So all those teams are having a very good season. Their season low scoring, though, for Pine City was 24 against Foley, but Foley, a very good team this year. Then they went into a Christmas tournament up at Cloquet where they beat Mesabi East, scoring 75 points and only allowing 55. Then they lost to Cloquet, and they would lose 3 straight out of that Christmas tournament against Bram, Rush City, and East Central. But then they would win 1 against Mille Lacs and have since lost 2 straight against Hinckley-Finlayson and Duluth Marshall. And Duluth Marshall, another very good team. They traveled to Duluth Marshall, and that Duluth Marshall team sitting at even 8-8, but they have had a tough schedule as well. They play in a really tough conference, or section, I should say, in Section 7AA, which is home to Crosby Ironton and ESCO. Those 2 teams, it seems like every single sport you play, you can hear about those 2 teams being towards the top, and ESCO, a very, very good team. They've got, seems like every single sport is just good. But, yeah, they do host Zimmerman tonight, and I think this should be a really good one. Pine City is, I think, one of the biggest things for the Dragons here this year is they have yet to kind of put together a complete game. I know when Taylor and I have been here calling games, they've really, she might be the key to their success, honestly. When we last called a game for them, they were down in Rush City, and they almost won. It went into overtime, but they put up their season high of points against that Rush City team in 81, so they can definitely score. but it's just kind of putting it all together, getting a complete game put together here for the Pine City Dragons, and hopefully they can do that here tonight against a Class 3A team in Zimmerman. And Taylor, I mean, this would be a big win here tonight for the Dragons, not only to get off another little bit of a losing streak, 2 games, but to also win at home and get a victory over a 3A school.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to pick up the momentum. It's going to pick up the positivity. Just winning winning against a team in a different conference is really just going to pull their mentality up, and they're really going to feel good about it.
Absolutely, and then next week they start on Monday right away, so no really long break for the Dragons as they will play Lakes International Language Academy. Try and say that 5 times fast. They will go to Forest Lake to play Lakes International Language Academy there on Monday, so that'll be a Monday game for them. So again, really no rest for Pine City as they will play right away next Monday against the Lakes International Language Academy. I have to look at that every time I say it just because, but looking at them, I do believe it's going to be a matchup of Dragons. It'll be the LILA, we'll call them that because I don't want to say it all again, Dragons versus the Pine City Dragons. So that should be another good one. The LILA Dragons having an up and down year. They have scored a 90 in their season as well, so that might be a higher scoring game for both sides as well. We're just about set for tip-off here in this one. First, we'll get our national anthem and then our starting lineups, and then we'll come back with tip-off here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, and WCMPradio.com.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local Auto Owners Agency, Pine Insurance Agency at pineagency.us today.
Are you looking for a position where your role impacts the community around you? Then look no further than Burnett Dairy Cooperative in Grantsburg, Wisconsin. Owned by the farmers in your community, Burnett Dairy offers numerous career options with various responsibilities and growth opportunities. Positions such as CDL drivers, who work closely with our farmers, cheese production, creating award-winning cheeses, and retail store clerks making someone's day better. Visit BurnettDairy.com and click on careers to join our herd.
All right, settle down. Let's call the meeting of people that complain about everything all the time and never do anything about it to order. Any complaints?
Yeah, my heating bill's too high.
Oh, yeah? Well, Bobby just bought an outdoor furnace from Central Boiler, and he eliminated his heating bill.
What about the hot water?
He eliminated that heating bill, too.
What about his shop?
He heats that, too.
I have no more complaints.
I think Central Boiler offers a solution to our complaints.
Save money on your cooling and heating bills. Visit northlandboilersales.com, your local Central Boiler sales dealer.
A duo that is perfect together. That's Dale's Heating and Appliance and Lennox. Dale's is your local Lennox dealer that's committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. With a wide assortment of options, Dale's will ensure your home's air is top quality. Call Dale's today or visit them at dalesheatingandappliance.com and ask how you can save on your next AC unit. Lennox and Dale's, the perfect duo. Dealer number E06356.
Experience our most popular sawmill, the Big Red XP. This Canadian-built mill proudly sits on an entirely welded 24-foot jointless frame. Accepting a diameter of 32 inches, this portable sawmill can saw logs up to 21 feet long or work with 2 10-foot logs at the same time. Includes an electric head position and automatic headlock. Powered by the renowned and proven Honda 20-horsepower version, the Big Red XP comes equipped with all the equipment needed. The Big Red XP is available only at Stan's Equipment Center in Pine City.
Wellia Health is here to keep you feeling your best so you can enjoy all the things you love best. You can count on us for your eye exams, mental health services, rehabilitation, wellness exams, urgent care, and much more. At Wellia Health, our goal is to help you live life well. Let Wellia Health help you get back to your best. Give us a call today to set up an appointment. 320-679-1313. WelliaHealth.org.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you will embrace forever.
106.5 FM AM 1350, getting your starting lineups to you here for the Zimmerman Thunder. I apologize if you're listening from Zimmerman and I botch any of these last names. I am not trying. But it'll be Gianni Artesensi Schime, I believe. Landon Rocco, Thomas McEachern, Mason Spence, and Torrin Johnson. Zimmerman will win the tip-off for the Dragons. It'll be Sawyer McDaniel, Charlie Osmus, Briar Willard, A.J. Austinson, and Matt Blake. Pushing it around, Schime has it, or Skimmy, underneath the basket, and a layup is good from Torrin Johnson. So the first point's on the board there for the Zimmerman Thunder, who will be wearing their white away uniforms. Quickly up the court, though, by the Dragons. Willard, smart play to pull that one back. He wanted Matt Blake underneath the basket, but realized there was a defender right there, so he pulled it back, and great smart play there by Briar Willard. But they will go underneath the basket to Sawyer McDaniel. He didn't think he was that wide open, and he checked twice, kind of like Santa. A little bit late for that reference, but you know what? It finally came up, and I've been waiting to use it since. But he checked twice, and it was there for him. So they add on 2 to the board, and now back underneath for Johnson again for 2 from the Thunder. As I mentioned, though, they're wearing their white away uniforms with the dark blue letters and number with the light blue outline. The blue, dark blue and light blue stripes alternating down the side of the jersey and short. The Dragons wearing their green home uniforms, the white letters and numbers outlined in black, the white stripe down the side of the jersey and short. That shot from 3 is no good by Charlie Osmus. Oh, going to get a first foul here on the Dragons. Going to get that one on Willard. And Schime. I apologize. It's one of those two. I know it's one of those two, but he got the rebound. And now the Thunder have it back. Artesensi drives in, got it to fall. You know what, maybe we'll use his first name in Gianni. That might just be a little bit easier for us here, Taylor. As now Briar Willard shows off the wheels, drives quickly inside, backs it outside to Austinson for 3! A.J. Austinson for 3, and the Dragons are only down by 1. Here come the Thunder, Spence. He drives, he stops, gives it back to Gianni. Now on the near side to Rocco. Rocco drives, backs it out to Johnson. Johnson for 3. Looking to answer. No good. Getting the rebound there that time, Austinson. Nice handles getting around the defender. Gives it off to McDaniel. McDaniel, near side corner for Osmus. Osmus off to Austinson. Near far side corner to McDaniel. McDaniel spinning around, giving it back to, Charlie Osmus. And that's no good. Rebounded there by Landon Rocco. He brings it all the way up, gives it off for 3, no good, and rebounded by A.J. Austinson. Austinson quickly up the court, getting around 1, lost his dribble, and it's going to be taken away by Torrin Johnson for a steal. Now inside, McEachern gives it underneath to Spence, and Spence puts it up and in for 2. It's 8-5 Zimmerman, and the pace that we have set here so far, my goodness. Both of these teams getting after it, and a pass that has gone awry. Austinson was looking for McDaniel there, and that went behind him, and a little bit of miscommunication there on the Dragons there, Taylor.
Yeah, definitely. The momentum is so fast, and both of the offenses are insane.
Yeah, it's we're going to get a foul there, but yeah, these two offenses, man, are moving at this rivals that Rush City pace that we seen weeks ago. That game was just about as fast as this. And we do get a foul there. That will be Willard's second, sadly, and we will see a substitution here, as it will be Jace Peterson checking into the game. And he does come in for Willard. Inbound, and Getting through a double team somehow was Rocco. He gives it off far side to McEachern. Now top of the key to Spence on the near side here for Rocco for 3. That's going to come up well short. And rebound up for grabs. It's Jace Peterson who grabs it. Peterson will bring it up the court himself using that strength. Nice get around. Lobs it back to trying to get it to Osmus, but Rocco there for the steal. That's their second of the game. Now driving in is Gianni. Gianni will back it out now to Rocco. Rocco over on the near side to Spence. Back to Rocco. Rocco stands, calling out the offense, looking. He'll give it to thought about giving it to McEachern, but instead he'll bounce pass to Johnson. Johnson stands. He gives it over to Rocco. Rocco in the near side corner for 3 from Thomas McEachern, and it's 11-5. A little bit of full court press here by the Thunder, and Blake had it. Gives it right back to Austinson. That shot from Peterson is blocked. He gets it back, though. Nearly had it knocked away and stolen away. This one will be stolen away there by McEachern. Their third steal, bringing it up the court. Quickly over to Gianni now in the near side corner here for Spence. Spence back to Gianni. Gianni will now go over to McEachern. Trying to get it stolen was Peterson, and then a 3 there from Rocco. 14-5 as the Zimmerman Thunder have found their rhythm now. Austinson up the court quickly to Jace Peterson. Can't answer with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Rebounded by Rocco. Rocco quickly up the court now to McEachern. McEachern falls with it as he slides out of bounds. That ball will go back here to the Dragons, and we get a lot of substitutions here. I'll try and get them all. Looks like 1, 12. I know I seen a 30 out there.
31, 30.
30 and 31. Thank you, Taylor. So, our eyes are a lot better than mine, ladies and gentlemen. But Brennan oh boy. Engelex. Something like that. We'll call him Brennan. Too many consonants together. And now we're having a discussion here as I'm trying to get these names down. I'm not real sure what the problem is. As number 12 for the Thunder is Braden Zimpel. That one I know. We have an Aaron Zimpel over on the Brand Bombers team. Number 30 is Brennan Pardino. And 31 is Joseph Larson. So I'm not sure of the discussion down there, Taylor. I don't know, can you hear anything that maybe I can't? I'm not sure if there's much to hear.
Well, I think one ref called a foul on Jace.
Okay.
Yeah, he ended up getting his first foul of the game.
So Jace Peterson will get his first foul. As now with it, that's Pardino, and Pardino will drop it in for 2. 16-5. McDaniel will get it over to Charlie Osmus. Osmus now bothered, gives it back to McDaniel. McDaniel looking, he'll give it over to Austinson. Austinson trying to get it up the court. He does just in time. Austinson looking to drive. That one is slapped away, nearly stolen away. Gives it back to Osmus. Osmus underneath the basket trying to get it to Peterson, and it's going to be stolen away there by Zimpel. Here come the Thunder quickly up the court. Underneath to Pardino. Pardino puts that one up, no good. Peterson with the rebound for the Dragons. He'll give it off to Austinson. Austin spin move around the defender. Has it knocked out and stolen away by Brennan. And now we're going to get a foul here. Leave on the Dragons again. This one on A.J. Austinson. Team's fourth, his first. So the Thunder right now have got the advantage. Both these teams came out with an incredible pace here, Taylor, but right now Zimmerman just being able to hit a few more shots than Pine City.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And their defense is really pressing on Pine City.
That it is, because Pine City really hasn't had any open shots. Now we'll see Brennan Inglicus? Maybe. I think I may have got it. Inglicus with a 3. I apologize, anyone from Zimmerman listening. I'm trying to pronounce it, but I don't want to mispronounce it. We'll call him Brennan, but there are a couple of Brennans on this team. So Brennan E. knocks that one out of bounds. Going forward for the Dragons. So the Dragons will get it back and inbound. Inbound to Peterson. Peterson looks, wanted to go one way. looks, trying to get around the defender on the far side. He'll hand it off now. And that is number 3. That's Grant Larson. A 3 here from Charlie Osmus is no good. Austin Wiener checks into the game. And not. So we're going to get another foul. This one on Jace Peterson, his second. That's unfortunate there for the Dragons. So McDaniel will check back in for Peterson. And the Thunder have it back. That's unfortunate. Pine City just can't seem to do anything right now. Now they've all of a sudden got 5 team fouls. A 3 on the far side there is no good from Gianni, and it's rebounded by Eli Fromm. Been really impressed with how he's improved his game as the season has gone along. Got some varsity time last year, but this year, one of the bigger varsity time getters. As McDaniel gets the pass on the near side, now gives it to Fromm. Fromm bounce pass to Grant Larson, and Larson will finally draw a foul on the Thunder. And you gotta, if you're Pine City, you gotta think to yourself, my goodness, finally, we get something to go our way. Thomas McEachern checks back in for the Thunder. Pine City will get set for the inbound. Grant Larson looks, checking the defense. He'll bounce pass to Wiener. Austin Wiener from the top of the key picks up his dribble, gives it far side corner to Charlie Osmus. Underneath to Eli Fromm. Fromm trying to get it to a cutting Osmus, but it's going to be stolen away and dunked by Thomas McEachern. So he takes it coast to coast for 2 and the dunk. And this ball up quickly to Eli Fromm, now to Grant Larson. Larson's got some speed. Not the tallest guy out there, but man, does he use himself well. And this one, a bad pass stolen away by Pardino. Quickly up the court go the Dragons. Yeah, that's a foul. As Ingelekus tried to get to the basket. That's going to be on Eli Fromm. And that's the team 6th foul. And we're only 7 minutes into this game, and all of a sudden Pine City is closing in on putting Zimmerman in the bonus. As now at the free throw line, Brendan E. He's no good on his first. And Taylor, for the Dragons right now, what is something that they need to do to just try and get around that defense of Zimmerman? It looks like they've been able to get a few open looks, but just can't get around it right now.
I really think that they just need to really work on more faster offense. Like their offense is super fast, but man, it seems like Zimmerman already knows their move before they're making it.
It really does, as Anglicus gets the rebound there on the missed shot, but then the pass from him goes out of bounds. He was looking for his teammate McEachern. So the Dragons do get a little bit of something to go their way with that one. Full court pressure here by these Thunder, on the Dragons. Quickly up the court. Eli Fromm found a lane. Bounce pass to Wiener. Wiener through contact. Oh, no foul call. That rebound swatted back out to Charlie Osmus, and he lays it down for 3. And finally there, the Dragons get something to go their way, and they found a little bit of room to run through to Eli Fromm, and he made a great pass as the Thunder will answer back with a 3 from Thomas McEachern. Seems to be the kind of do-it-all guy for the Thunder. Quickly up the court, Osmus to Fromm. And Fromm will draw a foul. So for the Dragons, they draw their 2nd foul, and my eyes are terrible. I couldn't even see the number he put up. I think that was either on, could have been 12. Maybe?
Yep.
Oh, it was on 12. Okay.
I've mentioned this at every boys game I've done for Pine, and when Charlie Osmus gets at least 1 point, he gets on. So he might miss a couple, and then once he gets scoring, he knows he's in the game.
Yeah, and hopefully they can get him back into a rhythm as Osmus does get it, and a 3 ball there from McDaniel. Well long. Spence with the rebound for the Thunder, and he'll pass it off now on the far side corner here for Gianni for 3, and he makes it. 27-8. Zimmerman with the lead. Dragons have it back. Osmus with it. They got to quickly get up the court here. Grant Larson in a double team. Gives it to Wiener. Now over to Charlie Osmus. Osmus picks up his dribble. Gives it to Austin Wiener. Austin Wiener looks to drive inside. Inside the paint. A little floater drops in. Austin Wiener draws the foul, so he'll go to line for the and one opportunity. They're going to get Gianni for his first foul, and the team's third. But now Austin Wiener at the line for the possible three-point play. Shot is up short. So he'll get 2 out of that drive, but it's 27-10. Zimmerman, and as quickly as this game is going, it just seems like Zimmerman is one step ahead of Pine City right now as Gianni drives in. Shot is no good, and that's why Austin Wiener's out there. A lot of times he's their leading rebounder, and A.J. Austinson, another great spin move. The ball handles from that young man is just insane. As Austinson has it back on a pass from Grant Larson on the far side, giving it over to Sawyer McDaniel. He finds a lane to the basket, slashing inside. He mistimed his jump that time. Mistiming the jump. Had it swatted away. Didn't see who it got swatted by, but a member of the Thunder. Now looks like we do have an injured Thunder player. Looks like he got hit in the nose, potentially. Looks like we might have some possible blood, too. So they're going to have him see the trainer. And the referee actually blew the whistle to kind of stop the game because he noticed he was in some pain. Appreciate the referees for the job that they do, but we appreciate them seeing that too, because a lot of times, Taylor, athletes, it doesn't matter who's playing, what gender, athletes will want to continue, and referees do a good job of noticing, hey, this might not be the safest thing for you. Let's get you looked at.
Yeah, definitely. They definitely know if something's wrong. Like if you hurt your knee or you hurt something, they can see the winces of pain whenever you're running or whenever you shoot or something like that. So I agree. I really am happy that referees see that and see that this kid needs to be taken out.
Yeah, it was great job by them, and it does look like we have some blood on the floor. While we get that cleaned up, we'll take a quick commercial break.
AOML.
Basketball on WCMP.
BRB. B4N.
Period 02.
BF.
143.
AAK.
1 a.m.
Apostrophe S apostrophe.
These are two teenage girls texting each other, and we have no idea what they're saying either. Maybe the WCMP deals guy can translate.
This week, grab $10 tickets to the Duluth Sports Show. Grilling seminars from Mad Dog and Merrill. Dexter the dog that learned to walk like a human, and more. Only $10.
No, I don't think that's what they were saying at all. But find these and other great deals at WCMPradio.com/deals. WCMPradio.com/deals. OMG. TTYL. Money sign, heart emoji.
Everyone knows there are great places to play in northwestern Wisconsin, but did you know there are great places to work? Burnett Dairy Cooperative is just outside of Grantsburg, Wisconsin, and offers numerous career options with a wide variety of responsibilities, schedules, and growth opportunities. Some positions may include CDL driver, cheese production, and seasonal workers. Burnett Dairy Cooperative has competitive wages, 401k, profit sharing, and many other great benefits. Be part of our herd. Visit BurnettDairy.com and click on Careers.
A.J. Austinson with the rebound off a missed 3 from the Thunder out of that injury timeout. Grant Larson takes it up the court for the Dragons. Using that speed, he'll give it over now to Wiener standing at the top of the key. He drives inside, uses his size, but has it knocked away. It's taken away by Johnson for a steal. Zimmerman driving inside. Shot is up. Wow. Brendan E. will drop it in for 2. That was just an impressive drive there by him, Taylor. That was, he had to muscle that one through.
Yeah, he definitely did. Oh, lost his shoe.
He did, as Austinson, like a Randy Moss or Chris Carter on the sideline, pulling in that pass, catching it, tiptoeing. He kept himself in bounds, but he was pushed out of bounds, so we'll get the 4th team foul here on the Thunder. That's on McEachern. Larson will inbound into the backcourt to Austinson. Gives it back to Larson in the front court. Larson tries to drive in that far side corner. Him and Wiener are too close together for anything to get done. He'll give it off now to Austinson. Austinson spin move, nearly lost the ball, trying to get it to Fromm, and that one was tipped out of bounds by a member of the Thunder. So we'll stay with the Dragons. Willert, Blake, and Peterson check back in for Larson, Fromm, and McDaniel. Dragons trail by 19 on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. 3 locations, Pine City, Lynchburg, and Cambridge. Their doctors are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly, comfortable atmosphere. Plus, they'll leave you with a smile you'll embrace forever. Dragons have it out of the timeout, or the sub. And Austinson, a long 3 is good. A.J. Austinson realized there was little time left on the shot clock and said, hold on. But a 3 possibly answered by the Thunder. No, but it's rebounded by Gianni. He'll drive inside. Shot is up, no good. Matt Blake there for the rebound. Matt Blake, the lone senior for the Dragons team, and he really provides that veteran leadership. Austinson, yeah, they're going to get Austinson on the foul that time. Or Wiener. It's going to be one of the two. Yeah, they're going to get Austin Wiener. I think they're going to get him for a moving screen there. You could have got Austinson as well, sadly, because he kind of hooked the defender there, and you can't do that. But like I say, if you can get away with it, I'm all for it. Shot is up, no good. Wow, driving in, getting the rebound, getting the putback is Mason Spence. And then we're going to get a timeout called here by Pine City. And if this is a 60, we'll take a commercial break. If it's a shorter one, we'll keep it here. It looks like it'll be a 30. So we'll keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. And Taylor, right now, it just seems like Pine City, it might just be a step behind on defense. Their offense doing a pretty good job with that pace. They're getting some open shots now, which is nice to see. But the defense seems to just be one step behind.
Yeah, I definitely agree. You can definitely tell, especially the past couple of ones where Zimmerman has put up those threes, but they're right there to rebound it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the guys at the three-point line are already up there rebounding the ball and getting it up back for 2.
Yeah, they are really quick at noticing that. But give Pine City credit. They are still in this thing. They are, I mean, in talking with head coach Kyle Allen, he talked about this team and how they're still young, they're still learning, and they're still going and learning some new things. So here we go as the Dragons get it back out of the timeout. Austinson gets a screen from Wiener, and he traveled. Maybe, yes, no? Or did they get a foul? Travel, it has to be there, calling a foul. So travel call there on Austinson, and sadly they're gonna have to give it back to Zimmerman. 31-13 is the lead, and a bad pass by Zimmerman. Briar Willard right there says thank you for the gift. Willard lost it. A little too strong on that reverse layup. Wiener with the rebound, and Wiener, I think, is going to get fouled. He will. So Wiener's going to get to go to the line.
That's the smallest things that you can do to get the momentum back up. It's what brings the team back up, and it's the smallest point you can get.
It really is. That's a good point, too, because, if you draw those things, it's like you mentioned, it's the easiest way to kind of get things to go your way, but Wiener misses the first one. Very good point there by Taylor. And so no good on the first, but he'll try for the second. And that one's good. So corrected the mistake and got it to fall. It's 31-14. 6.5 minutes to go. A pretty quick first half here, Taylor. This one is moving along quite swiftly. And for the Dragons, maybe not the way they would want just because they are down. But, again, that's a travel. They're going to call a jump ball. Now they might have a discussion. I'm not sure. Well, either way, possession favors the Dragons, so Dragons will get it back. And I think, Taylor, they called the jump ball because the Dragon defender had tied up the ball, so I'm guessing that's why they did. Because if you jump up like that and come down with the ball still in your hands without dribbling, well, that's a travel.
Yep.
McDaniel will give it off far side to Willard. Willard, near side, Peterson to Willard in the far side corner. That comes up short. And the rebound there by the Thunder, Zimpel. And now up the court come the Thunder. It's Rocco with it. Rocco under some pressure. And then he runs into his own teammate, Pardino. And we're going to get a timeout there by the Thunder. Yeah, that's actually a really smart timeout there by Nate Christensen, the Zimmerman Thunder head coach. He seen that his player was in some discomfort there and right on the boundary line and called the timeout as we seen Kyle Allen was pointing, hey, you stepped on the boundary, but he got that timeout just in time. Looks like another 30-second timeout, so again, we'll keep it here. 31-14 is the Zimmerman Thunder lead. Looking at that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, your customized smile journey starts with a free consultation. The team at Embrace wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible with custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. So the Dragons and Thunder back out onto the court after that timeout by the Thunder. Each team will have 4 now. Under 6 minutes to go, just under 6 minutes to go as the Thunder get it inbounded. Drifting to the far side. Top of the key to Pardino. Pardino gives it off far side, in the far side corner for Larson for 3. That's going to go well long. Looks like we got a foul here on Zimmerman. That one's going to be that foul on Zimpel, his second, and the team's 6th. So now Pine City, after they got a quick 7 there, Taylor, they've drawn 6 from the Thunder. So a nice comeback there by the Dragons.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's especially hard when you get 7 right off the bat. So knowing that you get that back is definitely amazing.
Larson with the steal, and he'll quickly give it to Rocco for 2. And that was a pretty easy one. Rocco will get a steal himself, and he'll take it for 2 and get pushed. Peterson says, well, I didn't even do anything. And from the look of it, it looked like he was pushed, but that could have been good acting too. That's the tough part about those is, Peterson, says he didn't. The ref's seen something, but again, they were behind the play, so it could just be really good acting there by Rocco. Rocco at the line for the possible and 1. No good. So he'll only get 2 out of that. And that's rebounded by Willard. Willard up the court, gives it off to Blake. Blake to Austinson. Austinson drifting backwards, trying to find an avenue around the defender. It's poked out, and Austinson will just let it go. Austinson a little bit frustrated there. He was guarded one-on-one. Kind of almost put himself into a corner, though, as he was backing up towards the sideline. Looking for some help, and it got there a little late, and now it's poked out again by Brennan E., and he'll steal it, drop it in for 2. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout here by Pine City. And wait and see how long. Going to be another 30, another short one. So another short one here for Kyle Allen, the head coach of the Pine City Dragons. They'll be left with 3. And Taylor, it's been a tough first half here for the Dragons. Again, they've got really good pace. Now the offense is all of a sudden struggling to hold on to the ball. The Thunder have noticed something that, hey, we can knock this ball out and get it back quickly the other way and go score some fast break points. So for Pine City, obviously we could just sit here and say, well, hold on to the ball. Well, that's a little easier said than done. But what's something they need here? What's kind of a momentum shift that they could get here to try and get things to go their way?
Honestly, they just need layups. Right now, that's all they need.
I would definitely agree with that as Osmus drives inside and it's stolen away. Rocco with his 3rd steal. Quickly up the court. Rocco gets it back. Thought about 3. He'll give it back. Top of the key here to Larson. Larson, no good. And it's rebounded by McDaniel. McDaniel nearly lost it. He did, but he's fouled. And he'll go line and shoot a 1-and-1. Pardino is the guilty Thunder player. It's their 7th team foul, his 2nd. And again, McDaniel at the line for a 1-and-1. And as Taylor mentioned before, these are the easy points. This is where you really need, if you're the Dragons, to get them. First one's up, no good. And that's swatted out about, oh my goodness, that should be Dragon Ball. I don't know about what you saw there, Taylor, but I thought I saw a white jersey swat that one out.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, they're going to say it was swatted by a Dragon player. That's a tough one there. Either way, the Thunder go back down the court. And Nearly an offensive foul, but dropping it in for 2 is Pardino. Could have been an offensive foul there on Rocco. He kind of got into the chest of a Dragon defender. Kind of hard. Full court pressure here by the Thunder. Osmus nearly lost it, but he goes a little bit behind himself to get it. Now up the court to Willard. Willard was hooked, and they're going to get it.
I've also kind of noticed that Zimmerman's not just, they have quick offense, quick defense, but you're also looking, and you know by the faces that it's not actually a play.
Mm-hmm.
So you can tell that they're smart athletes,
Mm-hmm.
and there's difference between athletes and smart athletes, because smart athletes, you can tell who's open at the quickest moment.
Absolutely, that I would 100% agree with that because, right now they're doing a really good job of just kind of making the play themselves, and got to give them credit for that. As now Gianni drives, but he lost it, stolen away here by Austinson, and Sawyer McDaniel will drop it in for 2. Something positive finally for the Dragons, and Thunder will bring it back up the court though. Pine City, and you can tell when Pine City makes a basket like that, you can just tell they seem a little bit, they look like they got a little bit more giddy up as now Willard gets a steal. He's got a fast break opportunity, drives to the, I think he got one step too far underneath the basket. Shot is no good, rebounded there by the Thunder. That's number 5, that's a brand new guy in for the Thunder. That's going to be Chad Williams, who got the rebound. And we got a foul here on the Thunder. I think they got Gianni for it. His second, team's 9th. So that'll send Willard to the line for 2. So missed a fast break, but no harm, no foul. Haha, get it? But Willard at the line for a 1-and-1. So not quite in the double bonus yet. And, oh my goodness, can't get it to fall. Rebounded there by McEachern. Stolen away by the Dragons. Austinson his second, gives it off. McDaniel looks, gives it to Willard. Willard on the far side corner. And the defense, they're getting handsy. Gives it off to Charlie Osmus for 3. Oh, that looked good. It's no good. Rebounded by no one, as getting it was Austinson, and then smartly threw it off the defender so that it went out of bounds, and Pine City could get it back. That's a heads-up play there by Austinson.
Yeah, definitely. When you see no one open, that's definitely a way to go.
Larson will get set to inbound for the Dragons. He does to Willard. Willard looks, drives to the near side, stops. Oh, and he fell to his knees, but he kept the dribble going. Grant Larson for 3. That's going to be well short. And rebounded there by Spence of the Thunder. Quickly up the court in the near side corner. McEachern trying to drive towards the basket. Guarded well by the freshman Larson. But then Larson just got out of position, and that's okay. Only a freshman, ladies and gentlemen. Only a freshman. So got to give him a little bit of a break there, but I mean, he guarded a guy who was well taller than him, older than him, and he still did a pretty good job. McDaniel has it on the far side for the Dragons. He looks, he'll throw a layup at the basket. Shot is no good, and yeah, that one was off of Eli Fromm out of bounds. So if I'm the Dragons here, I think you just need something positive to end this last 2:20 on, whether it's threes, layups, free throws. I think right now I think if you're the Dragons, I think the biggest thing, just don't have any negative plays. Again, easier said than done, but just don't have any negative plays. Yeah, Zimmerman might score, they might get this and that, but as we see a rebound there by Charlie Osmus, but if you're the Dragons, just don't have any negative plays, I think would be the biggest thing, as Willard is going to get fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2. And I think they're going to get Gianni for that one again. If so, that would be his 3rd. They show only 2nd. Very possible I gave him one he didn't have, but now Willard at the line for 2 and drops that one in. So there you go. That's a big positive for the Thunder. No, that is his 3rd. That's what I thought. But Willard at the line for 2. He makes his first one for his first point of the game. And can't get the friendly bounce on that one. So hits 1 of 2 there. Rebounded by McEachern. Up the court. A 3 attempt by Brennan E. No, he'll pull it down, give it off on the far side. Now top of the key here to Williams. Williams into the near side corner now. Driving inside is Spence. Back top of the key now on the far side for McEachern. McEachern for 3. No good. And McDaniel, no. It's going to be taken by Johnson. McDaniel almost had it, but Johnson was right there. Fromm bumps with Johnson. They're going to get a double dribble there on Torrin Johnson. He doesn't agree with it, but the referee right there underneath the basket watching very closely. So for Pine City, they get a little bit of positive with the free throw. Missed the second, but now they get the ball back and don't allow Zimmerman to score. So that's headed in the right direction if you're Pine City. Sawyer McDaniel will give it off to Eli Fromm. Fromm on the far side to Willert. Willert head fakes and shakes to his left. Willert back to McDaniel. McDaniel thought about three. He throws up the fake, gives it off to Osmus now. Osmus inside to Fromm. Fromm back outside to Osmus. Charlie Osmus for three. Good. Good passing there by the Dragons. It's now 41-20, and Thunder quickly back up the other way. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Eli Fromm. Fromm takes it, gives it off to Willert. Under a minute now to go. Osmus trying to get hot, and he does! Charlie Osmus for three again. And as Taylor had mentioned before, once he gets one, man, they just kind of start to fall. And how right she was. That's his now second in a row. Thunder have it back, and they're trying to find some way to score. Brennan E. stands with it. Shot clock, game clock separated by about 9 seconds. Zimmerman passing it around. A long three there by Brennan. Wow, Brennan E. with a long three. That rhymes. Under 30 seconds to go now. Willert will look to inbound. Willert still looking. He gives it off to Fromm. Now back to Willert. Willert had that one nearly poked out, but Willert getting through the defense. Off to McDaniel for three. No good. And Eli Fromm races after it. Gets it inbounds to Willert. What a play by Eli Fromm. And Willert was fouled. My goodness. Eli Fromm. That's simply a hustle play. I mean, I cannot say enough about Eli Fromm's effort on that play. That was just incredible to watch.
Yeah, I definitely agree. He really threw his body out there. He did a full-on jump, tapped it in, and fell down.
That was a great play by Eli Fromm, and if there was an energy award, it would be given to Fromm because, man, has he done a good job of doing that all season long. I mean, just really cool to watch that a young man like that is willing to do that for his team. As Willert, no good on the first, 10 seconds to go. Did somebody step into the lane early? They did. Well, it won't count. That one was in, but a Pine City member stepped into the lane too quickly. Thunder will let this one roll in, and now they'll get it started. They want that last second shot. Passing it, a long three from Spence, no good. Oh no, rebounded by the Thunder, and they'll drop it in by Brennan E. for two, and that will end the half. So, not an ideal way if you're the Dragons to end the half with the Thunder getting on the board with a rebound like that, but I would say that they had some positivity going their way at the end of this first half there, Taylor. Some good things, some threes. Would like to see them a little bit better from the free throw line, but hey, positivity.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. You definitely saw positivity when Charlie got those threes, when Breyer were shooting those free throws, even though he might have not made them in. But even just getting fouled and stuff, it's a good thing because then you have chances to make points.
Absolutely. As we are at halftime, and we'll get a word from our sponsors as we take a look at that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. They'll do all the insurance heavy lifting for you. If you don't have insurance, ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget at EmbraceMN.com. 46-23 at half. We'll take a commercial break. Be back.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at EmbraceMN.com. That's EmbraceMN.com.
This can be the loneliest sound, and it's never the right time. Car in the ditch, you standing by the side of the road. Thank goodness Hinckley Towing is on the way. 24-hour service, experienced drivers, and state-of-the-art trucks. Put their number in your phone before you need it. Hinckley Towing, 320-385-4049. 320-385-4049.
AOML.
BRB.
B4N.
Period 02.
BF.
143.
AAK.
1 a.m.
Apostrophe S apostrophe.
These are two teenage girls texting each other, and we have no idea what they're saying either. Maybe the WCMP Deals guy can translate.
This week, grab $10 tickets to the Duluth Sports Show. Fishing seminars, hundreds of exhibitors. You can even get your deer scored. All for only $10.
No, I don't think that's what they were saying at all. But find these and other great deals at WCMPradio.com/deals. WCMPradio.com/deals. OMG, TTYL. Money sign, heart emoji.
Introducing the Red Runner 2017 Deluxe Firewood Processor. This Canadian-assembled, all-in-one, towable firewood solutions capable of producing 3 face cords per hour. The Red Runner comes equipped with a powerful 18-inch Oregon chainsaw bar, 10-foot-long adjustable conveyor, 2, 4, or even 6-way adjustable splitter head. Fits logs up to 12 feet long and 16 inches in diameter. This high-performance personal firewood processor is powered by a Honda GX390 industrial engine, found only at Stan's Equipment Center in Pine City.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Hey, you looking for a reliable propane supplier? Look no further than Burnett Dairy Propane. Proud to serve you, providing top-notch propane services all year round, offering convenient delivery options and flexible payment plans that suit your schedule and budget. Trust the experts in the field, Burnett Dairy Propane. Call them today at 715-689-1032 or visit them online at burnettdairy.com. Burnett Dairy Propane, your dependable propane partner.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Aw, man. Hinckley Collision.
Hell no. My new car?
Hinckley Collision is the right decision. Fender benders, major accident damage, or hail damage. Hinckley Collision is the right decision. With 24/7 towing and fast, friendly, professional service, their collision department will get you back on the road in no time. With decades of experience dealing with insurance carriers, make the call today. 320-384-7002. 320-384-7002.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Most days, I don't know what to do with myself.
I try to be the strong one for my buddies, but I don't know if I'm going to make it through the week.
He has night terrors about it.
The lack of fresh powder for snowmobile season can be devastating, but taking your mind off the subject can help.
This week, get a Whitney's Country Cafe $15 certificate for only $7.50. Wow, that's half off.
Visit WCMPradio.com/deals to help take your mind away from just pinning it or hitting your favorite curve before the ditch. WCMPradio.com/deals. Hang in there, buddy.
Well, you might be hanging in for a while, if I'm being honest. I don't really see snow in the forecast, and it's only getting warmer. It seems like we're getting into more of March, April than we are end of January, February. Yeah, so I don't know if you're going to get on the snowmobile. But either way, at halftime here inside Pine City High School, the Dragons trail the Thunder 46-23. Taking a look at the stats, the Zimmerman Thunder were led by Brendan E. with 12 points, 10 by Thomas McEachern, 7 by Landon Rocco. 5 for Gianni, and then 4 for Brendan Pardino, Torrin Johnson, and Mason Spence. They were 0 for 3 from the free throw line, so some good news if you're the Dragons. They are 0 for 3 from there. But the Thunder here, Taylor, and this is probably one of the biggest things in that first half, the Thunder had 13 steals in that first half, taking it away from the Dragons. They also had 1 block and 11 fouls. For the Pine City Dragons, they were led in scoring by Charlie Osmus with 9 on 3 threes. A.J. Ossenson with 6, 4 for Sawyer McDaniel, 3 for Wiener, and 1 for Briar Willard. They were 2 for 9 from the free throw line, so both teams would really like to see themselves improve on the free throws. They had 4 steals and only 8 team fouls. Now, again, one of the biggest things there in that first half was the Thunder defense was doing a really good job there for a stretch of time, not allowing Pine City even to get close to the basket, but then Pine City found a little bit of room to pass the ball. Their passing got good, but again, 13 steals by the Thunder in that first half. Not ideal if you're the Dragons.
Yeah, definitely. That's it's really hard to come back from that, and especially is how I was kind of saying about how they are playing smart. They are playing as a smart athlete, and they are thinking of the plays fast, and Dragons just don't know what to do about it. So when they play fast on defense, it's hard to get the momentum of offense. It's hard to get the momentum to get a point. It's just hard to get that momentum in general.
It really is, and Pine City, they did a good job there for a little bit of a stretch. They got those 2 threes from Charlie Osmus, and hopefully they can build on that going forward here into the second half. But a lot of guys that we haven't seen touch the ball that much. Briar Willard only has 1 point. He usually gets on the board a little bit more. So would like to see a few of those guys get a little bit closer to the basket, but Thunder have done a good job on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. Dragons trail. The team at Embrace believes the result of a remarkable orthodontic experience should last a lifetime. They'll keep your smile transformation where it needs to be with a lifelong retention program. So for the Dragons, they'll come out of this half looking for something different. I think one of the biggest things here for the Dragons, just free throws. I think if they improve on their free throws, that will be key. They're only 2 for 9 on free throws. Well under that 50% mark. And also, like you kind of mentioned, just work with that faster offense. Continue to work with it. Find those open shots early and take them early, I think will be one of the biggest things that they'll be looking for here in half number 2, because, again, the more they pass it seemed like the Thunder started to almost be in their playbook. They kind of knew what was coming, like you mentioned. So I think if for Pine City, less passes, just try and get that shot off real quick. And then for the defense, yeah, it's going to be tough, but I think try and limit the perimeter shots. Try and limit those shots on the outside, and then, like they did, try and get some more rebounds, as we have not quite yet. We got 8, 7, 6, well, close enough. 18 minutes are back up on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. Custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear liners, 3 locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. So back here on WCMP 106.5 FM AM 1350, the Thunder will start the second half with the ball. And the Thunder, Rocco gives it off to Johnson. Johnson looking. He's got a man wide open in the far side corner. Instead gives it underneath to Rocco. Rocco has it. He looks, trying to get towards the basket. That ball was knocked out of bounds by Briar Willard. And that's another thing, Taylor, we didn't see a lot of from Pine City, was them getting their hands in the passing lane. We didn't see a lot of that, even though they didn't take the ball away. I think getting your hands in the passing lane and knocking the ball out, it kind of gets into the heads of the offensive players.
Yeah, definitely. When they mess up just on those small things, you kind of shut down a little bit.
And driving to the basket and dropping it in for 2, Thomas McEachern. He'll have 12 now, tied with Brendan E. for the team lead. Oh, nearly a foul there. Ostenson didn't get the call. Charlie Osmus looking to start where he left off. That's going to go long. A little bit too much on that one, and it's rebounded by Rocco. And taken to the basket, Gianni. He'll drop it in for 2. Now he has 3 fouls, so we'll try and make sure he doesn't get any more, but he drops that one in for 2. And the Dragons will take it up the court. McDaniel looks, and that one's taken away. An easy read by Rocco. Gets the steal, drives towards the basket, got it. Spun in for 2, 52-23. So not an ideal start here for Pine City. McDaniel pass over to Osmus. Osmus looking. Wanted to go back to McDaniel. Instead gives it to Ostenson. That one was blocked and kept alive by McEachern. That's their second block of the game. Now this pass forward to Spence is just out of his reach, and it will go back to the Dragons. So the Dragons catch a break there that time.
That was what I meant by being a smart athlete, is you saw how Zimmerman was fast.
Mm-hmm.
They were so quick with that pass.
And Spence will get a steal here for the Thunder. And Rocco will drop it in for 2. 8-0 run so far for the Thunder here to begin the second half. Osmus has it. Osmus looking. And he gives it to McDaniel. McDaniel pulls it in, gives it to Blake. Now to Osmus, to Willard. Willard picks it up, gives it back to Osmus. Osmus to McDaniel on the far side, to Ostenson. Back to Blake, to McDaniel from the top of the key for 3. That's no good. Gianni will grab the rebound. And back the other way come the Thunder. Shot is up and good there by Thomas McEachern for 2. Sawyer McDaniel brings it up the court. Almost a traveling over and back, but gives off to Blake. Now to Willard. Back over to Blake. Blake on the far side to Ostenson. Ostenson, a quick pull from 3. It's no good. Rebounded by McEachern. It's officially a 10-0 run by the Thunder. That shot no good. And Osmus will grab the rebound. Osmus up the court quickly to the near side. Gives it off to Ostenson. Ostenson makes a man miss. Gives it to Blake. Blake now over to Willard. Willard stands. He wanted to go to Osmus inside. He does. Now to Blake. Now on the near side here for Ostenson for 3. And that's good.
As I've been coming more and more, A.J. Ostenson has been a player that has shown and has popped out in, like, he's just a player that has been showing his spot on the court.
He really has. As he gets a rebound there, he leads the team with 4 rebounds. McDaniel has it, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the line and shoot 2. So Sawyer McDaniel draws the first foul of the second half. That one's going to be on Gianni. That's going to be his 4th. So probably going to see him sit for a while now, as that is his 4th. And again, the Dragons started off with 7 quick fouls only 7 minutes into that first half there, Taylor. And then they had only 1 on the next 11 minutes. What a turnaround it was for the Dragons there.
Yeah.
As McDaniel drops in the first one. So we got looks like a full 5, I believe. And we got a new young man in there. I believe that's 32. Can't quite see that jersey. But I believe that's 32, which would be Lucas Lemke. And McDaniel drops in both of the free throws. Make it 56-28. Lob pass inside. Shot is no good. Rebounded by Willard. And he tiptoes the baseline and keeps himself in bounds. Ostenson pulls up his dribble, gives it to McDaniel on the far side. McDaniel takes 1 step, and pass is taken away by Brennan E. Inside, shot up, no good. Willard will grab the rebound. Willard gives it to Osmus, back to Willard. Willard gets through a double team over to Osmus. Osmus to McDaniel. McDaniel onto the far side for Ostenson. No good on the 3. Willard almost had the rebound, but it's going to be taken by Lemke. And stolen away by the Dragons. It's Ostenson. Ostenson with the steal. Drives inside, lost it. Ostenson lost his dribble as he drove to the basket. I thought that was a smart move there by him, Taylor, as he could have easily had the 3, but instead tried to go for the easy layup and just unfortunately lost his dribble.
I definitely agree. That's trying to get back into the game and trying to get the momentum back for the team.
Just those easy shots, like you mentioned earlier, getting those layups as the Zimmerman Thunder have it back. Give it off far side there, looking for Spence. Spence had it stolen away by Austinson. Austinson, his fourth steal. He drives inside. Shot is up, no good. And he's fouled, so he'll go line to shoot 2. Nice shot there by Austinson to draw the foul. That one is going to go against, I think I heard 10, McEachern. Yeah, it was. His second. Team's second. So Austinson at the line now for 2. First one, got the friendly roll off the front of the rim. It falls in. Jace Peterson will check in for Charlie Osmus. Austinson will line up for his second. That one's good. Nice job there by Austinson, dropping them both in. It's 56-30. Dragons got some work to do, but that certainly helps there, Taylor, as they have now hit on their first 4 free throws here in the second half.
Yeah, definitely. Again, those small points mean the most.
They really do, and they're helping out the Dragons right now. Lemke with it. He'll give it off to Larson. Larson looking. He'll give it back to McEachern. McEachern now over. And taking that shot from 3 is no good. And Eli Fromm covers it up on the rebound. He'll give it to McDaniel. McDaniel up the court, bounce pass to Willert. Willert, he saw it coming, but it kind of crept up on him a little bit quick as McDaniel has it, gives it over to Austinson on the near side. Austinson stands with it. Bounce pass near side corner to Willert. Willert looking, he'll give it back. Oh, to Austinson. He gets it over to McDaniel. Wanted that one a little bit quicker, but couldn't pull it in cleanly. And now it's knocked out of Fromm's hands. Stolen away by the Thunder. That was Pardino who got the steal. And that ball is out of bounds by Pine City. So the Thunder will hold on to it. Zimmerman will get set to inbound. They do on the far side to Larson. Larson looking. They give it back to Lemke. Lemke on the near side to McEachern. McEachern, 3. No good off the front of the rim. Austinson quick with the rebound, trying to get a fast break opportunity. Takes it to the basket. Shot is up, no good. But he's fouled. He draws another one, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. That's a smart play there by Austinson. And you talk about the smart athletes. That was a smart play there.
Yeah, definitely. Using that to go up and it foul himself and then get those 2 small points.
McEachern was the guilty Thunder player with his third. And Austinson, again, at the line for 2. Can't get the friendly roll off the front of the rim that time. 56-30, 12 and a half minutes to go here in the second half. Austinson getting ready for his second of 2. Second one is up and good. So made the correction and dropped it in. 56-31, Thunder quickly up the court on the far side for Lemke. He'll pull up the 3, no good. And Austinson yet another rebound. Austinson looking, he weaves through traffic, gives it off far side to McDaniel for 3, just off the mark. And Austinson another rebound. He gives it off to Willard. Willard inside to Fromm. Fromm lost it. Oh, that's a travel. They missed a travel call there, and McEachern going to get away with it as he got the steal. Knocked out of bounds by the Dragons. They missed a travel call there. McEachern, he took about 5 steps while that one was on his back. And they just missed the call. That's all right. These refs do a good job. 3 there, no good. And somehow they got the rebound. Pardino gets his first. He's no good. Got his own rebound. Gives it back outside for 3, no good. And this time McDaniel going to come up with the rebound. He takes it all the way. Dropped in for 2. Could have been I can't think of the word right now, but you know what I'm talking about. It could have been 2 points easy, but now back the other way. No good there on the 3. And it's rebounded by Eli Fromm. Goaltending, that's the word I was looking for. Willard has it now on the pass from Austinson. Willard gives off to Fromm, back over to Austinson. Austinson pulls up, quick 3. Oh, that looked good. McDaniel with the rebound. Drops it back in for 2. Wow, just a nice tap back in for 2 there by McDaniel. That one hung there for about 3 seconds, Taylor. I think everyone held their breath on that one.
Yeah, everyone was on their toes.
But it did drop through, and now we're going to get a timeout called here by the Zimmerman Thunder. That'll be their second. And they'll be left with 3 here for the remainder of the second half. And With that timeout, we'll get a look at our Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard.
Embrace Orthodontics. Custom light force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with 3 locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. You can find them at embracemn.com.
So the Dragons trail 56-35 now, and all of a sudden, after a 10-0 run to begin the second half by Zimmerman, the Dragons have all of a sudden found some rhythm, and they kind of they must have heard you. They must have heard you because that offense is moving really quick now. They're not giving the ball around as much. They're not passing it as much. It's kind of 1 or 2 passes, then shoot. So they must have heard you. So they're taking a page out of Taylor's book here, ladies and gentlemen. As I've said before, she is the key to the Dragons' success here this season. She every time she's been at a game for the Pine City boys, she says something. They seem to listen. So you might need her down there as a coach there, Mr. Kyle Allen. I think you might need her down there, but. Back out of the timeout, Dragons onto the court. The Thunder will follow. As 11-12 to go here in the second half. Dragons trail by 21. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, it's 21. Well, not so. I think this is a point where Pine City might be in a good spot, actually, believe it or not, just because they've got momentum going their way now. Even though they are behind, Rocco is going to travel, and that will give the ball back to Pine City. So here we go. Pine City going to get the ball back again. And Taylor, now if you're Pine City, you just need to continue to work with this momentum and try not to let it go away. As, McDaniel, the backdoor reverse layup, no good. Rebounded by Johnson. That was a good look. But the Thunder have it back with it. Brendan E. He'll give it off far side here to Gianni for 3, and that's good.
You know that Zimmerman has those strong players that you know that if they're going to put it up, it's going to be in the bucket.
Yeah, they really do. Is now quickly up the court. Eli Fromm gives it off. Austinson for 3. Good! A.J. Austinson has gone off in this second half. Second 3 of the second half. Zimmerman has it back. Johnny gives it off on the near side here to Brendan E. for 3. Ooh, answers a 3 with a 3. All of a sudden, it's raining threes. 62-38. But give credit to the Dragons. Even though they watched the Thunder get that 3 back-to-back, they haven't allowed it to disconnect them from the momentum. So Pine City, they're still holding on to it here.
Yeah, definitely. You can tell that they're trying to pick it up and be faster.
Willard was fouled. He'll force the 4th foul on the Thunder. That one's going to go against Landon Rocco. His 2nd, team's 4th. A few subs here for Pine City. Matt Blake, Grant Larson, and Charlie Osmus in for Willard, Fromm, and Austinson. Those guys deserve a break. McDaniel inbounds to Larson. Larson may be the smallest guy out there, but I tell you what, as a freshman, man, he's got a ton of heart. And that one knocked out of the hands of McDaniel as he was driving towards the basket. It will go out of bounds and stay with the Dragons. Larson will get set to inbound for the Dragons. 9:42 to go. Larson looks. He'll have to inbound it soon. The 5 seconds was nearly up, and that one was a little bit forced there. It's going to be stolen away by Brendan E. Over on the near side to Spence. Spence back to Brendan E. Brendan E. On the far side to Gianni. Nearly stolen away. Osmus got good coverage there. Now over to Landon Rocco for 3. That's no good, but the rebound there by Brandon E. And then he was fouled. Going to be the Dragons' first foul of the second half. That's going to be on Jace Peterson, his 4th. So unfortunately he'll have to, looks like they'll actually keep him out there. So head coach Allen's going to keep him out there. He trusts him. And if you're a player, Taylor, you got to be happy with the coach who's willing to trust you with 4 fouls.
Yeah, definitely. That means you know that you can be out there and they trust you and they can trust you to like put the ball in and stuff.
So the Thunder thought that one was out on them, but not the case, and they'll get it back. They will inbound. McDaniel nearly got the steal there on Rocco. He gives it back. It's going to be nearly stolen away by Osmus, but Rocco gets it back. This one gets to the far side to Brennan E. He'll give it now to Spence, and that shot clock goes off, and they did not get the ball off in time, so the Dragons do a great job there of forcing Zimmerman to use all of the shot clock, and we sit right at the halfway point of this second half. Great job by that Dragon defense. I think that's the longest that this Thunder have held onto the ball in one possession, as long as, I don't know, 3 possessions, maybe even 4 there, Taylor, because they don't hold on to the ball real long.
Yeah, definitely.
Larson has it up the court for the Dragons, and he was fouled. He'll draw the 5th foul on the Thunder. That one, I believe, going to go against Rocco at will, his 3rd. Larson will get set to inbound. Last time he kind of forced it in. He gets it to McDaniel. McDaniel spins around, lost it, and timeout call as the steal there by Brennan E. That is his 6th steal, Taylor, tonight, and he's coming off the bench, and he has 15 points as he leads the team. So a pretty impressive job there by Brennan E. And Brennan E. is a senior, so kind of showing that veteran leadership.
Yeah, definitely.
Timeout called here by Zimmerman. It will be the shorter variety, so it gives us a chance to take a look at that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard.
Embrace Orthodontics. Leave with a smile you will embrace forever. Find out more at embracemn.com.
It is tough to read that sometimes because you're so focused on the game, then you got to turn around and use Embrace and Orthodontics, and it's like, oh, no. That's all right. Over on KBEK land, the Bram girls win their, I think now 4th or 5th in a row as they beat Maple Lake tonight 60-20. They beat Ogilvie, Taylor. I don't know if you were able to see that. They were able to beat Ogilvie 58-49, so a little bit of a different game there for Ogilvie and Bram, but Ogilvie gets the victory.
Yeah.
Bram gets the victory over Ogilvie. So Bram, Pine City, and Ogilvie all sitting at the top. Well, Bram has 2 losses, so Ogilvie and Pine City will sit with 1 at the top. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded there by the Thunder, Torrin Johnson, and he was fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 now. Second team foul on Pine City, and that one is on Matt Blake, his first. And again, Torrin Johnson at the line to shoot 2. First one's up, no good. Could not get the friendly roll. 8.5 minutes to go, Torrin Johnson. This one is up, and no good. So no good on both, and it was rebounded there by Jace Peterson.
That's got to be a relief for Pine City, knowing that they can get the ball and now looking for points and stuff like that.
Absolutely. Shot is no good by the Dragons. It was picked up there by Rocco. And that Rocco will get it. Top of the key for 3. No good. Matt Blake, great position for the rebound. And he'll give it off to McDaniel. Full court pressure here by the Thunder, but McDaniel works around it. Turns on the Jets, gets into the front court, and had that ball knocked out of bounds by a member of the Thunder. And it will stay with the Dragons. They'll get set to inbound. 62-38 is our score. Under 8 minutes to go here in the game. Larson looks, and oh, wow. Yeah, he was on the line. Almost stolen away by Brennan E., but his foot was on the line. Larson, as he inbounded it, almost had it stolen away, but Brennan E.'s foot was on the line. He has a laugh with the referee down there. Always good to see that the players and refs can get along like that.
Yeah, definitely. That means, like, the refs will trust you also when you get to know them and stuff.
Shot is good as we had a steal by the Thunder, stolen back by Jace Peterson, and he dropped it in for 2, plus the and 1. Torrin Johnson is the guilty Thunder player, and Jace Peterson's at the line for the possible 3-point play. Substitutions here for the Thunder. They work things around, and Jace Peterson will line up for his free throw. Here in the second half, the Dragons are 5 for 6, so pretty good here in the second half. A nice change from the first. Peterson's shot is up. Oh, just a little strong. No good. Rebounded by the Thunder. Larson got it over to McEachern. McEachern on the far side for Lucas Lemke. Lemke gives it off on the far side corner to McEachern. Back to Rocco. Rocco. And Kyle Allen wanted a foul there. Does not get the call. Lemke has it. Lemke looking. Gives it off to Rocco. Rocco trying to drive inside. Gives it off here to Larson. Larson shot no good. Rebounded by Lemke. Lemke. And drops it in for 2. Osmus nearly had his ball stolen away. And as he drives towards the basket, he gets fouled. And he'll go line and shoot 2. And I believe that's the 7th team foul on the Thunder. And that puts the Dragons in the bonus. That's on Rocco. Now his 4th. Osmus at the line, I believe for 2. I think they called it a shooting foul. Looks like it is. First one is up and good. Willard checks back in for Jace Peterson. And now Osmus will line up for his second of 2, 64-41. And that one's good as well. Nice job there by Charlie Osmus. Drop those in, and it's 64-42. Rocco has it quickly up the court, gives it off far side to Lemke. Lemke pulls it down, gives it inside here to Pardino. His shot's no good. Lemke with the rebound and drops it in for 2. That was just a good rebound there.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to give credit where it's due, and that was a good one there by Lemke. Larson quickly up the court to Willard. Willard steps in between a double team, gives it off to Austinson for 3. That's no good. Really got stuck in the crease there. McEachern with the rebound to Rocco. Now over to Larson. Larson driving around, gives it back outside. Lemke for 3. It's no good. Willard grabs a rebound. Yeah, he was fouled. I thought, but maybe now they're going to get a foul here on Pine City. No, it is on. That's what I thought. It is on the Thunder. That one's going to go against Pardino. So the Thunder had the steal there, but it was a foul on the steal. 66-42, and Briar Willard at the line to shoot 1-1, excuse me, as the Dragons are in the bonus. So Willard, first one up, good. And Taylor, we're used to seeing Willard have a few more points on the board, but tonight, talking with Kyle Allen, sometimes they just need a different role. Sometimes they have a different role tonight, and his was to be a good teammate, maybe the assist guy, maybe the rebound guys. He drops them both in, but he's done a good job at taking on that role and not being the scoring guy here tonight.
Yeah, he definitely has. He's one of them. We talk about it every single time, but I think it's very important to bring up because you have those roles on the team that bring important leaders and great leadership to the team. Mm-hmm. And he's definitely bringing that up by not scoring as many points on purpose or just being a different kind of help on the team.
Yeah, he's really done a good job here tonight of just being that guy that they need him to be, stepping into that role. As we had a pass that went off of a foot of the Thunder, so the Dragons will get it back. McDaniel has it, gives it off near side. Eli Fromm, no good. That rebound up for grabs. Lemke going to pick it up. Quickly up the court here to Larson. Larson gives it off to McEachern. He drops it in for 2. Slicing through the defense, under 6 minutes to go, 68-44. Inbound here to McDaniel, stolen away by Lemke. And a 2 there from Larson, his first points of the game. 70-44 now. Willard going to have to inbound it quickly. He does to Austinson. Austinson up the court on the far side. Keeps the ball away from Lemke. Gives it off to McDaniel, near side corner. Willard going to drive. Backs it out. Jace Peterson for 3. Oh, it's no good. Willard trying to get the rebound, but McEachern takes it, and he'll take it coast to coast. Drops it in for 2. 72-44. Austinson driving through the defense, double teamed, almost triple teamed, nearly had it stolen. Gonna get a foul though. Nice shot there, and he'll go to the line to shoot a 1-1. That one is going to go against Joseph Larson, his first. And now for the first time here tonight, checking into the game is number 20, Jacoby Giffen. Again, Austinson at the line for a 1-1. First one's up and good. That should be 2. Zimmerman thought they were going to get away with it. They tried, but no, it is 2. So Austinson drops in the first. And that one rattles out.
I mean, that's probably got to be one of the only ones Austinson has probably missed, or he's probably missed a couple, but he's really, I feel like he's been really showing off the free throw line points. He's really been putting those in.
He really has, and now a foul here on the Thunder. It'll be double bonus time for the Dragons, so 2 shots. 20, that's Jacoby Griffin who got called for the foul. That will put the Dragons in the double bonus, and Jace Peterson at the line now for 2, and we're going to have a bunch of substitutions here for the Thunder. We'll try and get them all named. Peterson gets the friendly bounce on that one. So checking into the game, I won't be able to fit them on my stat sheet, so this should be fun. Checking into the game is number 22, that's Masioma Federer, and Wyatt Wick also in the game. I don't have a 34 on my roster, so I apologize, as Peterson drops them both in. 2 there for Peterson. Taking it up is, again, 15. That's Wyatt Wick. A 3 here by number 13. No good, and rebounded by Eli Fromm. Austinson. Stop and go, shot no good. Oh, definitely, probably a guy stepped on the line, but Giffen will get the rebound. And quickly, Wyatt Wick has it. He'll give it over to Giffen, nearly stolen, but foot was on the line, no good. And rebound there by Federer, and Federer drops it in for 2. Austinson has it back. Nice move around the defender, and then he lost it. Giffen will get the steal, but then it's going to be stolen back by Peterson. So back-to-back steals here for these two teams. Nearly stolen away by Giffen, but Austinson keeps it, holds on to it, drops it in for 3. It's Austinson's night tonight. He's having a good night as it's 74-50, under 4 minutes to go. A 3 here from the Thunder. That rattles out, and Eli Fromm trying to get it, but Austinson won't get credit for the rebound. Austinson quickly up the court, trying to get those fast break points. Nice stop and go. Shot is no good. Got the rebound, couldn't get it to fall. And getting the rebound is going to be Giffen. And he'll give it off to Federer underneath the basket. Giffen drops it in for 2. He gets a standing ovation from the bench. Nice. We'll see that the older guys got him a standing ovation for the 2 points there. 76-50. Austinson looks for the screen. He gets it. He'll give it off now to Jace Peterson. Left alone, Sawyer McDaniel for 3. Oh my goodness, it rattles out. And Eli Fromm swatted it to the far side of the court thinking that someone was there. Sadly, no one was. I like the idea by Fromm, but just nobody there. So the Thunder have it back. Wyatt Wick has it to Federer. He's looking for a screen, and he'll get it off to number 34. Again, I apologize, I don't have a number for him. Giffen. Ooh. We're going to say that was off of a Dragon player. Checking in for the first time here tonight, kind of shrinking the subs here tonight were the Dragons, is Daniel Milliman. He checks in for the first time. So the Thunder get it inbounded. And it's going to be stolen away. Briar Willert, shimmy shake past the defender. And now he stops. He had to pick up his dribble. Fromm gives it over to Sawyer McDaniel. McDaniel trying to drive. It goes through McDaniel's hands. Out of bounds, and the Thunder will get it back. Milliman was trying to get there to help out, his teammate Sawyer there, Taylor. Milliman was trying to be a good teammate, but just couldn't get there just in time.
Definitely.
So the Thunder have, could have been a travel. Now a 3 there from Federer, no good. Willert going to grab the rebound. Willert, like he has all season long, done a good job rebounding the ball. Willert drives inside, tries to back it out, does to Milliman. Milliman hits it over to Willert again. Willert shakes past the defender, gives it off far side to Eli Fromm. Now to Larson. Larson spins around, gives it back to Willert. Willert sidesteps to the defender. I think that might have been touched by a defender. Eli Fromm will get the rebound. And Fromm is going to be fouled. Fromm will go to the line to shoot 2. 34 is the guilty Thunder player. Again, Eli Fromm at the line to shoot 2. First one's up, no good. So 14-20 are in the game for Pine City. That's going to be Tanner Fix and Samuel Johnson. Fromm no good on that one, and it's rebounded by Giffen for the Thunder. He's doing a good job coming in and getting those rebounds, Taylor. And Fromm, I don't know if he meant to foul like that. I think he just got his hand stuck. So Fromm will get his second foul, and he'll check out. Coming into the game for the Dragons is number 41, Ashton Moore. And I think more or less there, Fromm was fouling to just try and get another sub in. But the Thunder have it 76-50 with under 2 minutes to go here. Wick looking for a basket. Shot is no good. Rebounded there by Grant Larson. He turns on the Jets going towards the basket, and he was fouled. So he'll go to the line and shoot 2. 1:49 to go. While we have a moment, why don't we take a look at our Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard.
Embrace Orthodontics. They will do all the insurance heavy lifting for you. And if you don't have insurance, ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget. Find them at embracemn.com.
Larson hits his first free throw. Drops in that one for his first point on the night, 76-51. And no good on that one. So 1 of 2 there for Grant Larson. And fight for the rebound. Giffen comes up with it, but stolen away by Ashton Moore. Grant Larson gets the defender out of his shoes. Milliman over to Moore. Moore fakes the shot, got the defender to miss. Now to Larson. Larson going to drive himself. How is that not a foul? Well, they don't call it, and they'll give it over to Ashton Moore for 3. No good. He had his teammates standing on the bench saying, come on, drop in. Federer has it, gives it over to Wyatt Wick. Wick over in the near side corner for Giffen for 3, and Giffen drops it in for 3. Nice job there by him. So 79-51. Ashton Moore for 3. It's off the mark. And on the line, the rebound by Zimmerman is not going to be good because he stepped on the line, so Dragons will hold on to it. Now checking in for the Dragons is number 2, Grant Sklozacek. Milliman will get set to inbound for Pine City. He's looking, gives it to Sklozacek, and then he tries to find Samuel Johnson underneath, but that pass just went over his head. So under a minute to go, 79-51. Dragons will fall again here tonight, and we'll have to look to next Monday for their next win opportunity against the Dragons of Lakes International Language Academy. Stolen away there by Ashton Moore once again. A 3 here, no good. And it's rebounded by the Thunder. And Federer drops that one in for 2. 30 seconds to go. Shot clock is off now, 81-51. Pass there, knocked out of bounds by the Thunder. As that it was Tanner Fix looking for his teammate in the near side corner. 26 seconds to go here, Dragons. And for the younger guys here, Taylor, just want to get something positive. Just want to get that experience.
Definitely.
Fix will give it to Moore. Now on the near side to Sklozacek. Sklozacek to Moore. Moore will give it to Milliman. Milliman now over to Fix. And a short 2, no good. Fix will get it back inbounds, but going to be rebounded there. Well, more stolen away by Wick. And that'll be a 2-1, and there you go. So that is the final. And the Dragons fall 81-51 to the Zimmerman Thunder. We'll take a commercial break. We'll come back, recap this game, and possibly get an interview with our player of the game and Coach Allen. You're listening to Boys Basketball on
hockey practice, running a business. Heck, just enjoying your life. You've got better things to do. Let Jeff's Outdoor Services handle your lawn care and landscaping. Your home, your cabin, your business, they got you covered. They've been doing it since 1995, and they're good at it. Call today. Jeff's Outdoor Services. You do your thing, and they'll do theirs.
Hi, Rob. Hey, why have you been so happy lately?
It's because I no longer pay for hot water.
What? You have 4 teenagers that take all-day showers. How do you not pay for hot water?
Well, I put in a central boiler outdoor furnace that heats my house, my garage, and now I have virtually endless free hot water.
Wow, that's great. With my 10 kids, I'll really save some money. Where do I get a furnace?
Check with your local central boiler dealer, of course.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local Auto Owners Agency, Pine Insurance Agency at pineagency.us today.
Are you looking for a position where your role impacts the community around you? Then look no further than Burnett Dairy Cooperative in Grantsburg, Wisconsin. Owned by the farmers in your community, Burnett Dairy offers numerous career options with various responsibilities and growth opportunities. Positions such as CDL drivers, who work closely with our farmers, cheese production, creating award-winning cheeses, and retail store clerks making someone's day better. Visit BurnettDairy.com and click on Careers to join our herd.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. We're now joined by our player of the game. That's Jace Peterson. Jace, first of all, this was a tough one. The pace right from the get-go was pretty quick. What did you think about that here in this game?
It was definitely a lot faster from last game we played, recent game. But we all needed to we weren't prepared for it, so it just kind of made us slow at the beginning half, and we picked it up second half.
And looking at this game here, the second half was a little bit of an improvement there from the second half. What was the message to you guys there at halftime?
We just weren't doing our principles. We weren't doing our basics. So that's kind of what messed us up first half. So we just made sure we executed them second half, and we definitely did a better job of that.
And Zimmerman got off to a little bit of a run there to begin the second half, but then you guys really turned it around. What was the key to that turnaround there after that 10-0 run by Zimmerman?
It was just mindset game, not focused on shots and just doing our basic defense and just keeping track of our principles.
And what is something that you take away from this game?
We just got to be more prepared for upcoming games, faster paced games. We all just have to be, just doing our basic principles, like I said. Just Cowan's basics, and we should be fine.
Well, again, a very good second half for you guys. And, Jace, I thank you so much for joining me, and good luck going forward.
Yeah, thank you.
That, again, was Jace Peterson, our player of the game here. And we are now joined by head coach Kyle Allen. And, Coach Allen, this was a pretty fun game, the pace-wise. The pace was set early on, and guys kept up with it really well.
Yeah, well, at halftime we had our third graders come out and play tonight. So I got a couple of third graders here. I got Liam and Garrett here, and they just wanted to say thank you to the Lions Club. Lions Club gave a huge donation to the Pine City Hoops. So I got Garrett and Liam here that's going to say thank you real quick to those guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us. Thanks so much. How fun was that to be out on the court here tonight?
Awesome. Great.
Did you guys have a lot of fun? Did you guys score tonight?
No.
No?
No.
That's okay. You guys will get it in the next one, though. How's practice going? Is practice a lot of fun?
Yes.
Learning a lot?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining us, guys, in the post game. Thank you so much to the little guys here for joining us. They were able to play at halftime. And Coach Allen, it's really about bringing up the youth here in this program. You've talked about it a bunch, about getting out and the varsity guys getting out and getting able to practice with these guys sometimes. What does it mean for you as a coach to have these guys out here at halftime?
Yeah, sorry to throw you that curveball.
That's all right.
Yeah, this is my 13th year in Pine City, and one of the best things about coaching in Pine City is I'm able to run the K through 12 program. And so, you think about something like Matt Blake. Matt Blake's a senior here. So he's my first time all the way through. He was a kindergartner when I started here. And so I can remember Matt Blake running around my camp as a young man, and here's your inside story of the day. When he was in young elementary school, he wouldn't give me a high five. He'd only give me a fist pound with his forehead. So I still do that to this day with him. I told him at age 6 I was going to do that with him for the rest of his career, and here, lo and behold, here he is. And his older brothers were there working those camps. And so it's a very full circle, thought process. And, we want to make basketball fun. We want to give them some life skills, and we want them to enjoy themselves. So, you get to have the third graders out here. They're playing on tournaments on the weekends. They're having practice during the week. It's a lot of fun to have these young guys here, because these older guys were once those young guys. And I don't think they ever forget that. And they remember how awesome it was to be around the varsity guys and how awesome it was to be around the high schoolers. And our guys take that responsibility really serious at the older level. So it's a lot of fun to get to have these guys here.
Yeah, no doubt. And speaking on this game here tonight, second half to first half, or first half to second half, excuse me, a good change there in the second half. Of course, as I mentioned, Zimmerman got out to a little bit of a 10-0 run, but it seemed like right after that something had clicked with this team, and then they went off and scored a little bit of a run themselves. What was kind of the message there at halftime to those guys to kind of rally them after a little bit of a slow start in that first half?
Yeah, I thought we came out a little shell-shocked to start the game, and just a little we were just taken aback, it looked like. And, you think of it like a boxing match. We let them land the first few punches, and we had to really recuperate, and we had to really get back after it. So, again, I thought we did a nice job. We showed some flashes in the first half, and we talked about building off of that. We showed that we have the capability and capacity to be able to do those kind of things, and we just got to do it more consistently. And, again, when you're playing against a 3A school with this level of athleticism and this level of size and strength, again, this is why we have them on the schedule, to be able to do that. And I thought we did a much better job of finding consistencies against them in the second half that we showed spurts of in the first, but we kind of ran some together in the second half, which was a lot better for us as in terms of a product.
And it seemed like here in the second half, too, the rebounds, your team was able to hold on to a lot more rebounds. It seemed like first half-wise, they weren't able to get into position as well as they were in the second half. Talk about this team being able to do a better job in the second half of getting those rebounds and also second-chance scoring opportunities with some of those.
Yeah, absolutely. It's that aggression and smart aggression. It's not just, you could run into the wall 100 times, and that's aggression, but it's not going to get you anywhere. And so our guys are learning not only that level of aggression that they need at the varsity level, but they're also learning how to smartly use it. And again, with all these first-time varsity players, again, we're 16, 15, 14 games into the season, and that's their experience. And so we're really trying to build that up and build on it and build with it, knowing that it's a process and knowing that we're going to have some lumps along the way. And again, that's why we have these 3A schools on the schedule, so that we can go and take on some high-level competition and see where we stack up when their athleticism will cover up some of their mistakes that we might not be able to.
And in speaking of first half to second half, the turnovers, a big difference from first half to second half. What are the turnovers in that first half, in your mind, a little bit part of being that shell-shocked, or was it just something part of the gameplay? What was the difference in that category?
Yeah, same thing, and I think execution. We have a very, very big playbook, and we're releasing it to them in droves, and we're releasing to them on a scheduled pace. And so as they are getting deeper and deeper into the playbook, we're adding more and more into their heads. And so, again, where am I supposed to be? How am I supposed to execute this? How do I break this particular set based on what we're running? And so as they're adding more and more to their repertoire, again, it's that experience and repetition of doing that at a consistent and high level.
And we've talked about free throws here throughout the season, how they have improved. Now, the first half wasn't pretty, 2 for 9, but then here in the second half, 13 for 19. Talk about that improvement again from the first half to the second half.
Yeah, it's weird. We've struggled historically at the free throw line as a whole, and we've had individuals that have shot really, really well. And for as good of a shooting program as we've had, for some reason we've always struggled at that point. And so we've had different people come in and work with us on that, and we kind of have a nice routine going on right now, and this group has really bought into it. We had a sports mentalist work with our program for the last couple of years, and he's put in some things that he felt would help. And so it's been a it's been a good process
for us. And again, we're not afraid to do something crazy. We're not afraid to do something a little off the beaten path. And so when you do that, you just have to have buy-in. So we were able to get some buy-in on that, and I think it's starting to show a little bit here as the season progresses that we can step up to the line and shoot it as a good percentage.
And we've talked about roles before, guys stepping into roles kind of might be different each and every night, and we kind of seen it a little bit here tonight. But talk about those guys, again, accepting those roles here on this team. The bench got a little bit shorter here tonight, but then in the second half seemed to extend. But talk about those players accepting those roles each and every night.
Yeah, and we try really hard to put them in a place to be successful, and some guys have, one or two roles, and some guys are having 5, 6, and 7 roles, depending on who they're floor with. And again, the more mismatches that you can make based on who's on the floor, the more different variations that you can put out there, gives you more ammunition to be able to do so. So again, it's similar to the playbook. As we continue to unroll more and more and put more on their plates, it gets harder. It gives them more ammunition, but they have to get to that point where they're going to be consistently executing what we're asking them to do based on the time and situation of who they're on the floor with. And so giving them that experience to be able to go and do that is huge to be able to extend and push forward in what we're trying to do.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, thank you so much for joining me, and good luck going forward.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks all your coverage. Appreciate all you do for us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much again to head coach Kyle Allen for joining us, our player of the game, Jace Peterson, and we had some of the younger guys from those third grade basketball teams join us as well. Always like to be able to get the younger guys on the radio, and first, we'll take a look at that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard where the Dragons fell 81-51.
Embrace Orthodontics. Your customized smile journey starts with a free consultation. The team at Embrace Orthodontics wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible with custom light force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. Find out more at embracemn.com.
And again, I did that because I need more time. I had to get the other stats for Zimmerman up. So very good read there by Taylor. And looking at this game here, Taylor, again, it was kind of a tale of two halves for Pine City. The first half wasn't so great, but the second half looked a little bit better. Even though they got off to a little bit of a slow start here in the second half, it was a much better half than the first.
Yeah, I definitely agree. The first half, Zimmerman really just picked up the game right away. It was the fast momentum that we've seen when Pine City played Rush. It was fast when they were playing, or when Mora was playing Hankley, for example. It was quick. And then we also saw the athlete smartness between Zimmerman and picking it up in the first half. Towards the second half, we saw way more, or so much more improvement in Dragons. They were becoming smarter athletes every single time they shot the ball.
Yeah, and you mentioned that the smarter athletes there in that first half, and I think that's a good point that you bring up is, yeah, they looked like a lot more, they were taking smarter shots, they were taking smarter plays on the defense, and yeah, that's a good point that you bring up. They were being a lot smarter with the things that they were doing on the court. Taking a look at the Zimmerman Thunder, leading the way for them was Tom McEachern with 18 points, 15 for Brennan E., 11 for Landon Rocco, 10 for Gianni, and then you had a point spread between a ton of different players, but Jacoby Griffin had 5, 4 for Federer, for Lemke, Pardino, Johnson, and Spence, and then 2 for Joseph Larson. Leading the way rebound-wise for them was Torrin Johnson with 6, 5 for McEachern, and then 4 for Rocco, Lemke, and Giffen. They had 0 for 5 in the game on the free throws, 0 for 2 in the second half. They had 24 total steals, 13 in the first, 11 in the second, 2 blocks, 22 fouls, 11 in each half. For the Dragons, leading the way for them, was A.J. Austinson with 19. He came alive in the second half with 13 points, 11 for Charlie Osmus, 10 for Sawyer McDaniel, and then 4 for Jace Peterson, 3 for Wiener and Willert, and 1 for Grant Larson. Rebound-wise, Austinson led the team with 9, 6 for Willert, 5 for Fromm, and 4 for Peterson. They were, again, 15 for 28 from the free throw line total here tonight, 2 of 9 in the first half, a much improved second half, 13 for 19. They had 7 steals in the second half, 4 in the first for a total of 11. They only had 3 fouls here in the second half, 8 in the first for a total of 11. And that's another thing that they really improved on, Taylor. You talk about being smart athletes. Only 3 fouls in the second half compared to 8 in the first. That's a much improvement for them because we've seen Pine City play. They kind of pile up the fouls every once in a while. They seem to kind of add on a lot, but in the second half they only had 3.
Yeah, that's amazing to go from 8, you said?
Yep.
Yeah, 8 to 3 fouls. And that's just also looking at, we have players that have 4 fouls right now. We need to be careful as a team.
Yeah.
So that's like the team aspect of things. We're realizing that we're just kind of getting up there on fouls, maybe take a step back, but still push hard.
Yeah, and they really did a good job. And I think going back to that Rush City game one more time is both teams kind of piled up fouls early on, and it just kind of continued. So to see that improvement is really nice. But that'll do it here for us at Pine City. I want to thank all of you for tuning in here tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in. Also want to thank all of our fine sponsors for sponsoring this and every other broadcast that we do. We appreciate them. Of course, if it wasn't for them, we won't be able to come out here and call any of these games. Of course, stay tuned to the morning shows on 95.5 FM KBK with Rock and Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30. Then over on 100.9 FM with Joshua Miron at 7:45 and 8:45. That's when you can catch your local sports updates. We'll talk about this game and all the other games in our local listening area. We'll also talk some regional sports and national sports as well. Stay tuned to our websites, WCMPradio.com, KBEK.com, as well as our Facebook pages by the same names, and at our Twitter at WCMP Radio. Also, don't forget to, if you're watching this game on our YouTube, to like and subscribe. Go ahead. If you're watching it on YouTube, just click that red subscribe button. That way, if you are subscribed, you will get notified anytime that we go live with a local sporting event. All you'll have to do is pull down the notification bar, click on the notification, and it will take you right to the live video. The final for the last time here on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, 81-51. The Dragons fall here tonight to the Zimmerman Thunder. They'll play Lakes Area Language Academy, something like that. Lakes International Language Academy on Monday. A Dragon versus Dragon matchup there on Monday for Pine City. So again, I want to thank all of you for tuning in. Thanks to all the fine sponsors. And Taylor, is there any last words you have on this one?
No, I do not.
All right. Well, Taylor, again, I thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you joining me. It is so much fun to have you out here, and you're getting famous. You're getting famous out here. Everyone's starting to know your name. Everyone's coming up to you. You might be the new voice of the Dragons, so I better step up my game. But again, Taylor, I appreciate you joining me.
Yeah, no problem. It's so much fun.
Well, again, that is Taylor Tollefson. I am Ethan Game Day Gilman for WCMP. Have a great rest of your night and a fantastic weekend.